Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, first of all, this is the first Call of Duty I've played since Modern Warfare 2. So, not exactly the person you'd expect to play this, but I was interested in this game because it's in space. Because of the very reasons that it became the most disliked trailer. That's why I was interested in it. And we'll get into that a little further, but I love the space aspect of this. This is awesome. I think space is cool. Space is great. Go space, go. First, should mention, played this on PS4 Pro, and I played it, I have a 1080p TV on PS4 Pro. I don't think it looks anything spectacular. In fact, I couldn't tell you if it was improved for a 1080p display at all. Maybe it maintains 1080 now instead of scaling down. I don't know. The frame rate was pretty damn solid the entire time, I can say that, but I think it's pretty damn solid on the normal PS4, so I don't know. It certainly does not look like Battlefield 1, which was incredible on the Pro, even on a 1080p display. It looks phenomenal. This is not the same at all. Nowhere near the graphical detail, or, I mean, it doesn't try, but it doesn't have the destructible environments that make Battlefield 1 so interesting and fun to be in. And to shoot shit and blow it up. Now, what it has over Battlefield 1 is a cohesive and much more interesting campaign. Just breaking it down from a story perspective, this story has build up and payoff and characters you get to know throughout, it took me like 7.5 hours maybe to beat the game and all the side missions. You learn about all these characters, kind of some of their past. You interact with all of them over 7 hours, and then when things happen to them, there's at least a little bit of emotional response to it. Not saying it's gonna tearjerker, but you care about these characters like, oh man, that sucks. As opposed to Battlefield 1, where people die and stuff happens, and I'm like, I don't know, I just met you 30 minutes ago. Why should I care? I don't know you. Why are you making cute callbacks to stuff that literally happened 20 minutes ago? There's cute callbacks in this that took place 6 hours ago. That's how you fucking do callbacks. You can't just say something and 5 minutes later call back and have it like, ooh, good callback. It's stupid. This does a great job at that. Not only that, I love the hub nature of it too. You keep going back to your ship and you can kind of start the next mission whenever you want. I like that. I also like the side missions, which I'll go into later, but the side missions are awesome. What I haven't heard anyone say about this story is this is literally how Mass Effect should have ended. How this plot ends. Perfect for how Mass Effect should have ended. It's insane to me. And it reminds me, without spoiling anything, not that, whatever, it reminds me of Tales of Symphonia, which I will spoil in this instance. For a late dungeon, pretty late, 80% through the game, Tales of Symphonia, you're going through this dungeon and stuff starts happening and you're like, okay, there's a trap here, and one of the characters will break off of your party and be like, I'm gonna stop the guards or whatever. And they're like basically sacrificing themselves for the rest of your group so you can go fight the main boss, even though the game doesn't end in that dungeon. And that keeps happening till your force is whittled down to like just you and one other person, or you and two other people, I think. And that's incredible. That's exactly what the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2 and all of 3 should have been. It should have been this moment where there's a black screen for 20 minutes because the game's loading. It should have been this moment where you're seeing sacrifice and actual things happening. And this game has that ending. This game has the Mass Effect ending we wanted, I think. It really does. It's super interesting and impactful, and it doesn't involve you randomly picking a choice and teleporting a million miles away and like landing. I'm like, okay, I guess we're here now. Like, it doesn't do this bullshit ending. It has its ending, and I think it does an incredibly good job. Is it the best narration or narrative? No. Is it the best ending? No. Could the characters be better? Sure. Could the writing be better? Sure. But it does what it does incredibly well. And I think the shooting, to get to actual gameplay, is really good. It suffers from the same problem I have with all Call of Duties, is that I can't see shit there's too much stuff going on, and when you get shot, the whole game gets blurry, so I can't see anything again. It's so hard for me to see the enemies. For the first hour, I'm literally shooting just walls because I can't see the enemies correctly. But I eventually, hours later, get pretty good at it. And they also have spaceship battles in this, which aren't super well done. Oh, this is an example of what I do when I play games. Look at this guy's face. It's really big. The space battles are fun and very flashy, but on a gameplay level, I feel are kind of lacking. They kind of just revolve around finding a target and holding L2 and just hitting them. And it's fun until like later in the game when it starts to just become annoying. It never reaches that moment, and might be a weird example, of Star Fox 64, of just following a plot. There's a moment at the very beginning where you are on rails and you're just shooting stuff. That's awesome. And they never really do it again. And the stuff in Star Fox is more interesting and more compelling as a shooter, as a space shooter, than this, even though this looks incredible. Sure, it looks amazing, but the space shooting really it wasn't bad. It was just like, oh, cool, this is a nice diversion. That's all it was. Speaking of nice diversions, the side missions. You can undertake these side missions, which are like perfect 15-minute chunks of a Call of Duty mission that almost feel like stuff that was cut from the game, of like, we made all this stuff, but this isn't the main quest, so let's just turn it into a side quest. And that stuff is awesome. I think the main campaign stuff kind of lulls in the middle, but the side quest stuff happens at that same time and is awesome. You're going, like, I'm going to go take this ship. We're just going to shoot some stuff outside of it, and then I'm going to land in the ship. I'm going to be in the ship for 5 minutes, blowing whatever up, and then I'm going to leave. I'm going to have a great time doing it, and I go back to my base, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm a cool guy. They were fun. They were really good missions. Super love the idea of having these side missions, and it almost made me want, like, a procedural FPS where you just, like, yeah, give me 20 more ships to take. Sure, I'll do it. Just design different layouts and different enemy encounters, and I'll just do it again. Like, it was a fun, very unorthodox, but very fun mission structure in that way. And later in the game, the campaign stuff does get really good. There's one that people will talk about where the day-night cycle kind of goes really fast on this asteroid you're on. That is underused, and I don't think is as amazing as people would make it out to be. But there's the one mission, not the very end, but right before that. The very end is pretty good too. Actually, yeah, the last like 2 missions are fantastic. Just fantastic. When you don't have your squad with you, and it just kind of, you're this lone soldier running around, like following this guy. Just great stuff. Really, really good stuff. I think the beginning, the first level might be the worst level in the game in terms of the campaign, except for the shooting, the spaceship shooting at the end of it, which is great comparatively. Very interesting to me. I really did enjoy it. It's super easy to rent this game from Redbox and play through the whole thing in a couple of nights. And I definitely recommend doing that because it is very different. It has all these shooting moments that you're used to with Call of Duty, but it has all these different like grenades and stuff. You can hack into the robots. I don't know if you could do that before, but like one of those my favorite things to do was hacking into the robots and then looking around and just killing all of their team members and then blowing myself up because I'm an enemy robot. That stuff like that's just fun. It's just a lot of fun to do to play the game. What is that? Oh, it's a ship. What the fuck is that? Now, that being said, I do get blown up by cars. And I don't see shit. And these snipers, they're little tiny sniper. I'm like, the laser sight. I don't know what's happening. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it, but it is a lot of fun. And it is interesting to see, just to play it, to see kind of the side quests and the spaceship battles. It's worth it for that. And also to see how underutilized and completely forgettable Jon Snow is in this. Because this is my only mention of him. He's a one-note villain that serves a purpose. And that's it. Didn't need to be Jon Snow. Didn't need to be Kit Harington or whatever. Didn't need to be. Could have been anyone. Could have been Nolan North with a beard. Does no one North have a beard? Troy Baker has a beard, I think. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think it's really good. It's really good. You know, and comparatively to how Battlefield 1 had this hyped up campaign that I was super just kind of like with overall. It's good, but this had a campaign that was like, oh, this is fun, and it was. It was really fun. It lived up to fun. That's all I want. I want fun. This was fun. That's how reviews work now. Apparently in the future, the headrests on a car are these weird hook things. That's my problem too. I cannot tell if you're a good guy or a bad guy. These enemies, they look like the walls. I didn't have that problem with Battlefield 1. I could see everyone. This game, fucking people are jumping out of nowhere. I'm shooting at my own teammates half the time, and they're like kind of reacting. I don't know. I got better, but it was not quick. It was not quick to get better. It was not. Kind of weird. Why I got like a picture-in-picture? Because I have the video on my screen, and then I have the video of the stream, and then a video of me. Crazy shit going on. All right, that's the show. People were going to argue against me about Thanksgiving, but they didn't show up. And you know what that means? I won the argument. That's what that means. Yep, pretty sure I just checked the results. I won because no one else bothered to show up to debate the Thanksgiving. I don't care about this. You don't need to show up for this. No one should show up. I am barely here. But to argue against Thanksgiving being garbage, you should show up. If you want to win your argument, you got to show up. But looks like the votes have been tallied, and it is 1-0. Thanksgiving is garbage. So have fun taking your big old dumps tomorrow or today or whenever you shit. I don't know. Have fun. Have fun with that. Blood all over your stool. Have fun. Because I'll enjoy it. Well, I won't. No, I don't. I won't enjoy that. Actually, please don't tell me about pooping. Please. No. That was a mistake. Alright. I do the show every Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Twitch.tv/TheGameFanatics. I stream on my own channel. Twitch.tv/BenReacts. Playing Super Mario Maker tomorrow. Which maybe someone would see this. No one will be able to see this. Tomorrow I'm building a computer on my stream. So that should be fun. Here's me dying again. Not understanding how fucking grenades work. And the guns get better, and you can upgrade the guns, and all this stuff. It's really fun. It's just dumb fun. The game's good. Much better than Thanksgiving. Not that it's hard to be better than Thanksgiving. I mean, come on.